And welcome back, YouTube. This is BoosterBoxBuster here with another video. Recently, as of the posting of this video, Nintendo announced its newest DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That DLC happened to have been Steve from Minecraft. When I first seen the reveal trailer, I honestly laughed. I thought it was really funny, and then I thought about it. And then I was like, this is actually a great choice. Steve from Minecraft, and the game Minecraft itself, is one of the most best-selling games worldwide, and one of the most recognizable games. It's essentially Legos, the video game, with survival mode. It is really... I don't have to explain Minecraft to you guys. You know Minecraft. But I thought it was a great choice, and he looks like a really powerful character, and I look forward to playing as him, and once the DLC releases. With that being said, as of the posting of this video, there are 4 unannounced characters left on the roster. So I thought to myself, I'm going to make myself a top 10 video, sharing my personal picks for what I'd like to see as Smash Bros. DLC. Yeah, I think that that's pretty fair. Now, I'm not gonna lie, part of this list are legitimate picks, like these could actually happen in Smash. Part of this list is my personal, what I would like to see, but there's such long shots, there's such underdogs, there's such dark horses that honestly, you'd probably win millions of dollars in Vegas if you were to bet on any of those characters making it in. And then I have a list of characters that I really, really want, but I know have zero chance of making it into Smash. So without further introduction, let's get started with the introduction to this list. BoosterBoxBuster's Top 10 Smash Bros. DLC Character Wish List. Number 10. So first up on my list, we're going to start with the realistic characters. And that is from a Nintendo-owned franchise that has not left house, and that is Professor Leighton. I think Professor Leighton could really easily be integrated into Smash. He is a Nintendo-branded character. He has not appeared on a Sony or Microsoft platform. And honestly, he could kind of have a similar moveset to what Phoenix Wright's was in like Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom series. That would probably be very easy to do. And it would be really fun to see the like fighting style, moves, poses, all that stuff that they can make with Professor Leighton. I know he hasn't really had a game released recently, but just because they haven't had a game released recently doesn't mean that they're excluded from being in Smash. I mean, look at Kid Icarus and Ice Climbers. They've been... they were brought into Smash... What is it? Ice Climbers and Melee and Kid Icarus and... Was he in Brawl? But yeah, Ice Climbers hasn't had a game since, like, the Game Boy. Yeah, so... Just because you haven't had a game made in a while doesn't mean that you're not eligible. And honestly, to see the Professor Leighton character in an actual fighting game would be fantastic. Especially if they could bring in number 9 on my list, Phoenix Wright. Why? Because they had that crossover game, Phoenix Wright versus Professor Leighton, and honestly, they already have a moveset from him from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, or was it Marvel vs. Tatsunoko? Something like that. He appeared on Nintendo platforms first, being the DS, and honestly, he is a very iconic Nintendo character from the DS era. You know, everybody was yelling, "Objection! Overruled! Sustained! take that, you know, recently after the game released, and it's just such an iconic franchise that I would be very disappointed if one of those two did not get into Brawl, or Ultimate, sorry. And that brings me to number 8 on my list. Number 8 would be Nina Williams from Tekken. Now, I know a lot of people say, wait, you can't choose Nina. Nina is not the face of Tekken. I know that. I know Nina's not the face of Tekken, but it would bring another female character to the roster, which honestly, Ultimate hasn't really released a female character that hasn't been a swap skin of a different character lately in Smash. And honestly, I would love to see Nina over, like Jin or Hayachi or the lizard guy or Ogre. You know, personally, I always enjoyed Nina from Tekken, and I would love to see Nina earn a place in the Smash Bros. Roster. What are we at? Number 6, Nightmare and Siegfried from the Soul Calibur series. The Soul Calibur series has not been touched yet for Super Smash Bros. But when you look at it, they got Ryu and Ken from Street Fighter. They got Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury. They got, you know, they got a lot of other third parties. And a fighting game character would make sense. They have a big sword that would go well with the other type of weapon combats that they have. And, you know, they could easily be swapped out as, you know, skins for one another, just like the upcoming DLC for Minecraft. So I think that could be a lot of fun to play as them. Nightmare and Siegfried are probably the most iconic characters from the Soul Calibur series, as they brandish the blade from the series itself that it's named after. My other pick from this series would probably be Cervantes, but I don't think he's popular enough. And number 5 choice, which, if you can't choose one from Tekken or Soul Calibur, why not choose one that appeared in both? I'm of course talking about my number 5 choice, Yoshi Mitsu. Yoshi Mitsu should be a shoo-in. He's appeared in 2 different fighting franchises, Soul Calibur and Tekken. And honestly, to make it a 3rd franchise, that would be near unheard of. I mean, this guy would be like crossover central. Like, this guy would be the go-to fighter for any video game franchise fighting game in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if Yoshimitsu appears in Dead or Alive, Virtua Fighter if that ever gets resurrected, Mortal Kombat. I mean, the list goes on and on. This guy could appear in anything, and honestly, he would fit in most cases. That leads me to number 4, the cool man himself, Dante, from the Devil May Cry series, specifically the first 4 in the franchise. I'm not talking about the reboot, I'm leaving the reboot out of this. The first 4, Dante, cool man himself. Especially from Dante Devil May Cry 3. Absolutely love that game. It was hard as nails when it first came out. They released an easier edition, but we're getting off topic. Dante would be a great character. His fighting style would fit right in. He could switch between swordplay, gunplay, or, you know, yeah, it's mostly sword and gunplay, or even guard mode if you want to have him a defensive style. And I would love to see Dante and Bayonetta in the same game. Their personality would play off each other so well. I would just love to see that. Of course, they wouldn't really have too much talking scenes in Smash, but nonetheless, Dante, Bayonetta in the same game would be a fantastic sight to see. Alright, so we're gonna go to my number 3 choice, And now we're getting... The top three here are the long shots that probably have absolutely no chance of making it, but I would love to see these characters in anyway, so I'm going to reveal them. Choice number 3 is Beautiful Joe, a franchise that has been doormat for way too long and making just cameo appearances in Capcom Versus games. He definitely is due for a new game. I would love to see Beautiful Joe 3 on the Switch. It would be a perfect time to resurrect the franchise. Capcom Switch is super hot right now. Beautiful Joe has a long doormat fan base that is waiting for its next game to be released. And you could even do like a dual release trailer where you have like a Beautiful Joe 3 trailer and right after that, Smash Bros. Ultimate reveal. I would love to see that. Beautiful Joe has a very fun fighting style that he could use. His ultimate could be like some sort of like rewind time ability, or like freeze frame, and then he just punches the character into oblivion and sends it flying off screen. They could have a lot of fun with that. Beautiful Joe is definitely like that edgy teenager type of hero, and honestly I think he would fit in with this modern day video game scene. Okay, so now we're getting into such a long shot, it's pretty much never gonna happen. And number 2, we're at Sakura Senguji. Now, everybody listening probably doesn't know who Sakura Senguji is. This is the main face of the Sakura Wars franchise from games 1 through 4. Released mostly on Sega systems, I would love to see another Sega character be released into the Smash Bros. Scene. I mean, you have Sonic, and I think that's it from Sega. I mean, I guess I put in, Samba de Amigo, Space Channel 5, Seaman, but Sakura Senguji would be a fantastic choice, because her character design is iconic. Very loved by the hardcore Sega community, especially like the Dreamcast era. They really love Sakura Wars titles, and it would just be a fantastic choice, in my opinion. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but Sakura Senguji would be very cool to see nonetheless. It'd be very unexpected, and nobody would see it coming unless they announce a new Sakura Wars game, which that ain't gonna happen. And with the way that Sega has been doing some of their games, I don't know if people would want another Sakura Wars game anytime soon, unless it's done by a third party. But I'm getting off topic again. So, my number 1 choice would be Dart from the Legend of Dragoon series. Once again, just throwing a dart into the dark. Sorry for the pun. Legend of Dragoon holds a very near and dear spot in my heart. In between what I like to call the PlayStation triad of video games for Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, the holy Triforce of Final Fantasy games. Legend of Dragoon was also released in that era. I loved the Legend of Dragoon game. Was it a great franchise? No, because it only had one game. But I loved the game. I thought it had a really good story, really fun gameplay, really fun characters, and just as good, if not better, well, maybe not better, but just as good as the Final Fantasy Holy Triangle, the Holy Triforce. The Holy Triforce 7, 8, 9 of Final Fantasy games. Or, as a substitute, I would also take Rose from Legend of Dragoon if they would not want to choose Dart. A lot of you are probably Googling, well, I'm going to be honest, the one person that's still listening to the video at this point is probably Googling who Dart from Legend of Dragoon is. Trust me, if you ever have the chance to play it, play Legend of Dragoon. It was a fantastic game for the PlayStation 1 era. And my number 0 choice, yes, I gotta have a number 0 choice. Segata Sanshiro! Just look up the Segata Sanshiro commercials, that's all you need to know. He would fit right into Smash Bros. And honestly, he would be tier 0, he'd be S tier, triple S tier. He would be unbeatable, because he is unbeatable in the commercials. Of course, Segata Sanshiro was the mascot for the Sega Saturn in Japan, and they even did like a little bit of a callback with a recent commercial that Sega did for its, is it 50s? For its recent anniversary of Sega, with Segata Sanshiro's son, which in real life is his real life son, kind of resurrecting the brand there, which I think was fantastic. Just a fantastic callback to a very iconic, very hardcore fan-base character, Segata Sanshiro. And he did have an official game! And he did appear in a Nintendo game, so he is not out of the loop there. He appeared in Project X Zone, was it 1 or 2, as a playable character, but Project X Zone, to be fair, had like 100 playable characters, so... So he does qualify for the appeared on a Nintendo system qualification. Dart I don't think has. I think Dart's only ever appeared on a PlayStation, so yeah. With that said, I'm going to release my list of characters that I want to see, but I know they won't because not Sega, because Nintendo dislikes sexy woman. Apparently being a sexy woman to Nintendo is illegal to them. So I'm going to list those characters. Taki from Soul Calibur, Ivy from Soul Calibur, any of the DOA females, so I'm talking Lisa, Helena, Tina, what's her name? Kasumi, any of those characters instantly off because, well, reasons. Morgan from Darkstalkers, Felicia from Darkstalkers, for the same reason, jiggle physics, and any Mortal Kombat character, although they have a little bit more of a chance than the others, just because, well, Mortal Kombat's related with blood and gore, and Nintendo doesn't like blood and gore for their mainstay games, although Bayonetta got in somehow. With that said, that wraps up my top 10 list. Please let me know your top 10 list in the comments down below. If you think any of my choices have a viable chance to make it in, let me know in the comments down below as well. Until next time, this has been BoosterBoxBuster. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you want to see future content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Both those actions help out the channel tremendously. And you should be seeing a video recommendation right about now. Until next time, this has been BoosterBoxBuster. That has been Momiji from Toho with my top 10 Super Smash Bros. DLC character wishlist. And I'm signing out. Peace.